Witnessing this, Colt cannot ignore the danger the girl is in and decides to intervene and rescue her. Meanwhile, the producer informs Jody that Colt has left town, leaving her feeling very sad. Unaware of Colt's troubles, Jody sings a sorrowful song at the party. Meanwhile, Colt is engaged in a struggle to save the girl. Eventually, Colt climbs on top of the truck and starts fighting. On the truck, the girl he's saving takes out the driver and brings the truck to a halt. However, Colt, shocked by the sudden stop, falls forward and injures himself. Despite his injuries, he rushes to the club where Jody was, but he was too late. He stays there and confides in his friend Dan about Tom's disappearance and his recent challenges, including obtaining Tom's phone. Now, both of them were figuring out how to unlock the phone. Colt recalls that Tom often kept notes around his house, including possibly his phone's password. They head to Tom's house and among various notes, they find the password. With the phone unlocked, they start watching videos. In one video, it's clear that Tom, in a drunken state, killed a stuntman named Henry. This guy matches what Colt witnessed in the hotel. As they watch, news breaks about the stuntman's murder, and the suspicion falls on Colt since he was last seen leaving Tom's hotel room. Suddenly, gunfire erupts outside Tom's apartment. Knowing Colt was inside instead of Tom, someone initiated the gunfire, which also damaged Tom's phone. Dan escaped while Colt ended up in a yacht where he unexpectedly found Tom partying. This encounter wasn't coincidental, it was all part of Tom's plan. Despite being a renowned Hollywood star, Tom envied Colt. Even though Tom was the face of the films, Colt was always the hero behind the scenes, which annoyed Tom. Tom confessed that the accident during Colt's stunt was planned by him out of jealousy. Tom admitted to accidentally killing the stuntman Henry as he started saying that he didn't perform his own stunts. However, he soon realized the severity of his actions and the consequences it would have on his career and the ongoing film production. Tom confessed everything to the film producer Gail. She told him to calm down and she will handle everything. Tom revealed that everything, from Colt being called to be the stuntman, to sending him to the hotel with dead body, it was all part of their plan. He explained that Jody's swift promotion to director was orchestrated to lure Colt into their trap. By superimposing his face on Tom's in the murder video, they aimed to pin the blame solely on Colt. Colt couldn't believe the truth he was hearing. Tom then ordered his men to burn Colt's body and dispose of it in the water. When they were pouring petrol on him, Colt took a mouthful of petrol, and as they lit the fire, he spat out the petrol, burning them and used the distraction to escape. While fleeing, he was shot at by Tom's men. He made a final call to Jody, expressing his love and regret for leaving her. His yacht collided with something and exploded, leading to his death. The media reported that he had died tragically. The video framing him for Tom's murder was widely circulated. Jody was devastated by the news. While she was watching the news, someone entered her room, and she, thinking it was an intruder, attacks him. However, it was Colt, revealing that he had faked his death. When his yacht exploded, he jumped into the water and swam to safety. Now, he's come to Jody to tell her the truth. He tells her he's innocent, that he didn't commit the murder. It was all a setup orchestrated by the producer and carried out by Tom. As he's explaining this, there's a knock on Jody's door. It's the producer, informing her that Tom has returned and they can resume filming. Jody and Colt devised a plan to trap Tom and extract the truth from him. Jody arranged a stunt scene for the next day knowing Tom wouldn't be able to do it. Colt enters the car during the scene and sits beside him. When Jody initiated the action, Colt drove so fast that Tom was stunned into revealing the truth. Jody recorded Tom's confession through the mic he was wearing. Tom's security cars chased after Colt's car, but Dan disabled them, allowing Colt to complete his stunt. As Tom regains consciousness, he notices that his people have arranged a helicopter for his escape. Tom quickly boards the helicopter. Despite the chaos, Gail manages to take all the evidence from Jody. With Tom beside her, they lift off in the helicopter. Determined to get the evidence, Colt climbs onto a crane to jump onto the helicopter. Before jumping, he confirms a date with Jody, to which she agrees. Although challenging, Colt successfully boards the helicopter. Then he fights to secure the evidence. Eventually, he jumps from the helicopter. Dan prepares an air mattress below. With the evidence in hand, Colt is now able to prove his innocence. In the final scenes, Jody completes the movie. but with a different hero. Her dream of directing has come true, and she and Colt are happily together. They enjoy a date on the beach, fulfilling a promise Colt made to Jodie earlier. Both are filled with happiness, as the movie ends on a positive note.